Hey everyone, Sam Davidson here with MEA Worldwide at the GLSEN Respect Awards here in Beverly Hills, California. Tonight we are honoring some of Hollywood's biggest stars who are fighting against anti-LGBTQ bullying. It's going to be a night you're not going to want to miss, so stay tuned. You have been such a huge advocate for this community. In what ways do you think has your work specifically really helped it, whether it was a movie or a project?
Oh, you know, honey, that's hard for me to say. I just try to live and work by the same rule. Treat others as you want to be treated. And however that permeates in society is, it's, I don't know.
Well, you have so many huge projects coming this year, including a superhero film. How does this superhero film with Melissa McCarthy turn the entire trope of superhero films on its head?
Well, it's a superhero comedy, and I'm not at liberty to speak about it yet. So I just thank you for asking.
You have had two huge, amazing shows this year, one that's beginning and one that's ending. Tell me a little bit about how your idea of representation has changed since you did Transparent as far as LGBTQ characters.
It hasn't changed, it's just expanded. I mean, it was something that I've been an advocate for since the early 80s, since the height of the AIDS pandemic. So it's really just more of my information, more of being included and being educated by the transgender community, because our trans people on our show were extraordinary and they were very open about teaching us things that we all needed to know. So I would say it's evolution and expansion.
I know that you and Vanessa are old friends. Tell me a little bit about how your backstory was the perfect springing point to, of course, the love story on Riverdale.
I think there's something about knowing somebody beforehand and having that relationship to have chemistry on camera and on set. And we've been friends for 2 years before she came on the show. We met testing for the show, actually. And we are able to kind of make it feel more real and authentic, I think. And we can choreograph things. And if there's not a kiss there, we'll just do it because we're comfortable. And I think if it was somebody who I wasn't comfortable with, it'd be a little bit more difficult to there's no boundaries. There's no walls. We can do whatever we want. It's a safe space. And I think that's why we can bring them to life with such authenticity. And that feels like a real relationship because it is one.
You got really your big start with Ellen,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about how that happened in the first place?
Yeah, so originally I made a video about some cornbread, and then I made some more videos about some mac and cheese and like some potato salad. And Ellen saw them and she loved them, and she was like, you know what, Kalen, I want you to move out to LA and start working with us. And so in about a couple months, next thing I knew, I was moving to LA, and so now I work there as a talent correspondent and have my own digital series, OM Kalen. Mm-hmm.
So as far as being a huge advocate of the LGBTQ community, how did Ellen kind of help you step up in that world, and what's the best advice that she gave you about all this?
Oh, I think what she did best was giving me the platform, because I think it is very rare to see someone that is black and gay and also a male that is very much in the limelight or that is front row and center. So I think what she did was that she gave me the opportunity to be visible and to be representation, and I think I hold that so near and dear to my heart. And one thing that she has always taught me is to just always make sure that I'm being my most authentic self, because that's something that no one can ever take away from me.
So Mean Girls, of course, was your thing, your staple. You came out, how long ago did you come out?
The womb. I came out of the womb. No.
Yes.
I came out to myself when I was 5, to my family when I was 16, to my friends when I was 15, and then finally about 3 years ago I just said, screw it. I'm just going to post a picture of me and my boyfriend because we're so happy together, and so I did, and that's how it happened.
Was it hard for you, because you were such a staple heartthrob from Mean Girls? It's something everyone, Aaron Samuels, I mean, God, were you nervous that you were going to disappoint anyone?
100%. I was really nervous, but it's just, there's just no time to not be yourself anymore. It's just, life's too short. I lost both my parents, and I said, you know what? There's no reason not to. Like, just live your life, live your truth. Live your truth. That's so millennial. Live your truth.
You have 3 projects that I'm obsessed with. First is, of course, the old and sad Santa Clarita Diet. We're done. Yeah. All right. I just need to know what you think would have happened to your character if the show would have continued.
It's funny, Victor Fresco, the creator of Santa Clarita Diet, when we talked about Abby, we always talked about like her journey over Santa Clarita Diet being like a superhero origin story. So I feel like she's doing vigilante justice somewhere. You know?
Makes me sad. However, we are seeing you as a huge powerhouse in so many new things, specifically Bombshell. Can you tell us a little bit about your role and how the telling of this story is maybe different from what people originally thought it was?
Sure, yeah. So Bombshell focuses around true events that took place at Fox News over 2015 and 16. And when we went to make the film, I realized how little I knew about it. And I suspect that might be the case for some other prospective audience members too. So I'm excited to share that story with people more specifically in a way that hopefully sparks more conversation around sexual harassment and power dynamics in the workplace.
This must be an amazing honor for you. There are 2 LGBTQ characters that have come back this season. We're talking Moose, we're talking Fangs. Where are we going to see their stories develop more?
Absolutely. Don't forget Tony Topaz. Don't forget Cheryl Blossom. Yeah, we're going to continue telling their stories. Some will be falling back in love. Some will be finding new people to love. It's high school. There's a lot of dating. There's a lot of drama. And absolutely, we're going to kind of continue their story and their journeys. Kevin's been out for a while.
Can we trust Kevin?
Yes, I think you can trust. If Betty trusts Kevin, I trust Kevin. That's how I think of it. Yeah, and I love the character of Kevin. He went through a rough patch. A lot of our characters did when that cult was in town. But he genuinely wants to be a good friend to Betty. He genuinely wants to be a good friend to the gang. So I do trust. I believe in Kevin.
Hey guys, we have had a fantastic evening here at the GLSEN Respect Awards. We hope that you all have enjoyed these interviews. If you'd like to see more like them, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, download our app for free, or go to our website. We'll see you next time.